Welcome back to Big Ideas with BFO. I'm your host, Steve Kroll. I want to dive back into data-driven attribution and media mix modeling. And if you see me at DigiMarCon and some of the other events, you'll actually see my full 60-minute presentation on this. And the reason that I talk about this so much is that I think that we're still living in bubbles when it comes to media planning and execution. And what I want to share with you today is an opportunity to leverage, and the spreadsheets don't have to be magnificent or magical. They simply have to do the job. And your data-driven attribution has to inform the decisions that you're making in those spreadsheets around your media. So whatever media channels you're running, build a tab in a spreadsheet for the media channel. Track your results on a weekly basis. Put the results in. How many impressions am I getting? How many clicks am I getting? What ads am I running? You don't need to be crazy exhaustive in this. How much am I spending? How many, I hesitate to say conversions am I getting, because that's where data-driven attribution is going to play a role. Figure out what your assisted conversions are looking like. Maybe some of your ads are actually playing a larger role that you didn't know they were playing. So if you're pre-targeting and you're lining stuff up 60 or 90 days before your campaign begins, you're identifying your target audience with some great messaging testing, and you're bringing them in. Well, you're warming up your audience for 60 to 90 days. Let that bake slowly, right? That's a slow roast over there, and it's low and slow for a long time. You're gonna get that flavor out of that. That's a tab in your spreadsheet. When you're adding other channels, if it's Google Display Network, if it's Google PMax, if it's Reddit, if it's Pinterest, if it's TikTok, if it's Meta, if it's LinkedIn, if it's Basis, if it's Clever, if it's Trade Desk, tab. Track some basics. Decide what your basics need to be for each of those campaigns, but understand how those campaigns are working together. And to do that, make sure that your data tracking is working properly. And this can all be done by leveraging GA4 and Looker Studio to collect the data and make sure that your data-driven attribution reports are doing what they're supposed to do, which is to tell you exactly how things are working and what's coming through that pipeline. So you can start understanding who gets credit and where. Because what happens all too often is that we look at a display campaign and it's been running for 6 months. We say, oh, I'm not getting many conversions in display. And unfortunately, we still make this mistake in our display campaigns and we think they should convert like a search campaign. It's simply not true. You need a holistic approach to your media. And I'd even throw SEO and content into this, but we're going to leave it alone for now. It's this idea that you need a big umbrella approach, and you have to pop the bubbles that are these silos within that umbrella and make sure you're sharing data cross-platform or cross-campaign. So share that data. Figure out if you're testing on Reddit or working with Reddit ads, how are those contributing to the greater good? Are they part of that conversion mix in that channel? Think about that. If you need help with this, data-driven attribution, we're happy to help you build it. We're happy to talk about it if you need. On the spreadsheet side of this and managing your media mix, I'm happy to have that conversation. I'm happy to send you a spreadsheet too if you need something to start working from. So feel free to reach out, drop me a comment, tell me if you like what I'm talking about, tell me if you don't like what I'm talking about. If you have something to add that. If you think I'm crazy, tell me that too. This has been Big Ideas with BFO. Thank you for stopping by.